G'day, Grievers. Um, I've got the Eulogy Blues. How do you sum up an incredible life and a beautiful person in a 5-minute eulogy? I'm happy with what I've written so far. I've still got to finish it up. I'm going to finish it tonight. I've got to go and do some errands. I'm happy to be going and doing some errands, and then I'm going to go to where my beautiful friend Birdie's funeral is tomorrow and meet up with the florists and see if they need any stools or anything to put flowers on. So come with me for a drive. I've got to go to Sorel. Hey, Anne-Marie. I can't read a thing. I'm doing okay, Anne-Marie. I've just got writer's block, eulogy writer's block. I'll flick the camera around. And we can hit the... No, that didn't work. Hang on. I'm a pro, man. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Hey, Morgan. Hi, Ruth. Punished Dad. Gang gang. Seraphin Andrade. Well, g'day, Gruber. So I'm just going to run some errands and have a bit of a break from my computer. Try not to run over my neighbour Colleen, who's putting together some sort of floral arrangement up the street a bit. That's where I'm about to be going. I'm going to be going and doing some floral arranging, helping out the florists with Birdie's funeral, because it's in a hall, it's in a community hall, and there's no sort of, there's no altar or anything like that. It's pretty much an empty hall. It's going to be filled with chairs and stuff. But Birdie's mum I rang her yesterday, and she said, the florist is going to be setting up the flowers today. But there's nothing in the hall other than the chairs that they've ordered. So I'm going to go and meet the florist and see if they need some stools or little tables. I was going to put some in my car just in case, but I thought I'll go and see if they need anything and then drop it back down. It's only 5 minutes from where I live. There's a whole family in the middle of the road. You going to stay over there, little dude? Yeah. I live in a groovy place, man. We all just walk all over the road. And, things like cars. Don't need to worry about them. They're just cars, right? Ruth, I had a thought last night about something involving you, and now I've completely forgotten what it was. I had a plan, but I can't remember what it was. So that was worth telling you. It's like people that go, I've got a great joke for you, and they tell the joke, and then we'll start telling the joke, and they're like, well, I can't remember the punchline. Yeah, thanks for that. They're also like the people who go, I've got a secret. I can't tell you. Well, don't tell me you've got a secret either. It's a beautiful day here today. It's only 19 Celsius, but the sun's popping in and out from behind the clouds, and it's warm and snuggly. Good story, I know. I know, Morgan. I've got all the good stories. Hey, Gone Girl. How are you, dolls? No, I had a thought about you too. I'm having all these thoughts about people. Maybe it's because I'm thinking a lot about a certain person who we're... No, you're not, mate. You're hilarious, Morgan. You fit right in my channel. Don't you worry about that. Although I would like you to officially say I'm your second favourite funny Australian. Because I noticed you say that in my chat about Mel. I'm like, that's nice, but you're in my fucking channel. Where's my silver medal? Huh? None of you are in trouble. I just kept having creative ideas of funny things to do with my channel. But I don't know. I've been buried in this eulogy and had some time with Birdie's partner yesterday to add things to my eulogy, like their story. He also took me to see her coffin. He's painted little birds and love hearts and flowers and a tree on the lid. Really, really stylized, gorgeous, sort of simple designs and shapes, but incredibly pretty. It's really beautiful. And then another friend of mine who was down here playing in a band at the pub, she popped up to see me after the gig and meet Biscuit, which was really lovely. And another girlfriend of mine dropped in on Saturday. It's a public holiday here today. That's why there's so much traffic, because people have gone to the beach. It's a long weekend in Hobart Town. But yeah, my stories were great, Morgan. Because I had some ideas. I don't know what they were. I've now gone into Birdie Land. You need this drive? Oh, awesome. I don't know how much excitement there'll be. But at least the sky's pretty. Mel, you're like Beetlejuice. I just mentioned you and you appeared. Yo. Yes, Mary, thank you for my Valentine's too. I have already emailed you, but that was what I was thinking of with you. So I've got that one knocked off the list. Ruth, no idea. I had a creative idea, something to do with you, which I thought was going to be hilarious. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I told Morgan that she needs to refer to me as her second favourite funny Australian. So I'm like, yeah, nice of you to mention in chat how Mel's your favourite funny person in my channel. Where's my silver medal? Huh? And then you walked in, Mel. It was like crazy. The other day when Casper and I did a double banger live drive, some dude in a high vis vest walked past his car and he said, "Hey, do you know Mel?" As much as I enjoyed doing it, people look at you like you're fucking off your face. And which, you know, it'd be great if you could see their reactions, but because you can't, it loses the impact. So it just ends up being this one-on-one with me and some random, or like that couple the other night on the side of the road. And I get to see the looks, but you guys don't. And I live here, and you guys don't. And they're all going to be like, "Oh, that's that batshit crazy. Do you know Mel woman again? Who the fuck is Mel?" So, yeah, I need someone to actually sit in my passenger seat and I'll go on a "Do you know Mel drive?" Like get my friend Laura, and she can actually film them reacting, because I think you need to see the look of, "Oh my God, you are batshit crazy," that I get from them when I ask if they know Mel. Shoving bacon and eggs in your pie hole? I am making. You're psycho, Mel. I mean, you're psychic. I'm making an egg and bacon pie this very afternoon. My diet has gone out the fucking window. That's one of the reasons you're coming for a drive with me, because I'm going to go and get a coffee and some food from a cafe before I head down to the hall where Bernie's funeral is tomorrow to speak to the florist. I thought, go and get some food. You don't want to be chatting to florists about a funeral when you're hungry. So that's why we're on the drive. But when I get home, when I'm having a break from more eulogy writing, and I'm not struggling with things to say, I'm struggling to reduce my beautiful friend's life into a 5-minute eulogy. That's where the struggle is. It's not writer's block. I have nothing to say. It's how do you honour someone's life properly by summing it all up in a little 5-minute speech, you know? And she was 50 years old when she died. She'd only turned 50 last year, but there's 50 years of her life. And all the people who loved her that I've got to somehow condense into 5 minutes. So I got a friendly reminder from her mum on the phone last night when I rang her to keep it brief. I was like, well, it's probably going to be about 5 minutes, which is pretty brief for me. Yay, I can just see the bottom of my favourite Tassie driver. That must be Casper, I think. Good day, everyone wandering in. So, yeah, this afternoon I might go live. I'm going to make an egg and bacon pie. And I was going to be really good and make it with that teff flour that I was chatting about the other day. I was going to make the short crust base out of the teff flour and then put a puff pastry lid on it. And I went to the shops yesterday and I'm like, fucking, you're grieving, you've got a eulogy to write. You don't want to make an egg and bacon pie. And I've got a dozen eggs in there. And then it's shit because of the teff flour base. And I'm going to take half of it down to Scotty so he's got some breakfast to have in the morning before the funeral or some lunch. And breakfast, we're all going to be there pretty early. The service isn't until 1, but we'll all be down there a lot earlier. So, yeah, I'm making an egg and bacon pie so that we eat some food and then I'll take the rest of it in slices to the hall and give everyone some to eat so that everyone's had some food before the service. I'll take a little jar of homemade relish and a handful of napkins, like paper napkins, and everyone can have a piece of egg and bacon pie. Because I'm a feeder and I force food onto everyone, even right before a funeral. I'll catch up on chat when we get to the Coles car park. Then I'll duck into what's it called, Bread and Baristas, and grab a coffee and something to eat. And then we'll all drive down to where Bernie's funeral is tomorrow. But yeah, I'll have a look at chat. I've got the sun in my eyes now and I'm not wearing sunglasses, so I'm squinting like crazy, but I can't see the screen. The screen's just like, what? So I've swapped out my readers for some sunnies. I got told off on one of my drives about being behind in chat. I was like, well, I'm only going to read it when I can slow down somewhere, but also stream out on your phone. Like if Ruth writes one of her essays, and don't think I'm criticising you, Ruth, because I write really long comments when I'm in lives. But if Ruth writes an essay, it takes up the whole screen, so I can't see any other comments. It's all a bit hit and miss. Like right now, there's 4 little circles I can see, so there'll be 4 comments sitting there. But yeah, it's a bit different when you're on your laptop and you can see like 10 or 12 comments. But yeah, I just don't like reducing a life incredibly well lived into 5 minutes. And in fact, I say that in my eulogy. I say, how do you reduce 50 years of a life very well lived into a 5-minute eulogy with difficulty? So I've chosen the theme of the eulogy, and I love the Maya Angelou quote, people don't remember you for what you said or what you did, they remember you for how you made them feel. And so that's how I'm starting the eulogy. And although I will acknowledge her distinguished career, her successes at school, her unbelievable talents, and her ability to do anything and do it straight away and really well, except for sport, was phenomenal. Like, she was one of those people who would hear a song, and sit down at a piano and play it perfectly. She was one of those people. Genius people. So, yeah, I've decided that in 5 minutes I don't want to spend it being like a chronology of her life. I will mention the year she was born, and I will mention a bit of her childhood because I got a really cute story from her mum last night. But all of her school friends and close friends, everyone that I've asked how they describe her, every single person has used words to describe how she made them feel. I didn't ask them to, but you know, they will never forget her smile, her laugh, what a character she was, how she was always interested in everybody else's life, which was so true. Even when she was fighting cancer, she was more concerned about me when beautiful Mem died than chatting to me about her cancer treatment. She was a very selfless girl. So that's the road I'm going down with the eulogy. All right, I'll take these sunnies off. I'll have a look at chat. You guys can all check out the power board with tenancy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and KFC. Oh, that's where we can. What they are they cameras? Right, I got my readers on. I'll go back. It's very glary today. Go on, girl, you want bacon? Well, I'll you just love knowing I did the do you know Mel Mel, I think you're talking about. Yeah, I might go live and chat while I do the egg and bacon pie. It won't be a really I mean the live will be as long as it takes me to make and cook the egg and bacon pie. But I've also put out a couple of calls. There's a couple of her friends and her brother. Well, there's her friend, one of her friends, and her brother that I haven't spoken to yet. But other than that, I'm free as a bird, as they say, birdie. So I might go live and yeah, we can chat. But the whole point of the pastry is I decided to bail from the teff seed flour and I bought puff pastry and short crust pastry. Oh, it was Morgan I'm your favourite Tassie driver. Jesus, that's all you could muster, Morgana. Oh, good. Mel's throwing the bacon around. Write out everything you want to and hand a copy of that out for people, but say a condensed version. Well, that's a nice idea. That's a good idea, Mel. My printer, however, might not find it a great idea. Have I got another cartridge? I know the cartridge is getting low. I might just print out like a dozen or something. Oh, sweet dreams, Mel. Hey, Francesca. Back to school tomorrow or today. I don't know because it's a long weekend in Tassie, so yeah, I will have. That's a great idea, Mel. Morgan, holy crap! I just saw that quote somewhere today, but can't remember the Maya Angelou one. Gets used a lot. It's a great quote. I mean, it's it's how I connect to everybody that I love. I don't. I love that I've got friends in Byron Bay. I've been going to Byron Bay for over 20 years. And because of that, I've made a lot of friends up there, like friends of my friend who lives there, but also other friends. Not one of them has asked me what I do as a job. And I love that about them. They want to know about me as a person. And if I make them laugh, they love me. And that's it, you know. I've actually got a call coming in. So I'm actually going to end the live and call this number back because I think it's Caroline's brother. And then I'll come back live when I've got my coffee and I'm hitting the road again. I love you guys. No, great advice for 2021. You've done your bit, Mel Mel. Love you guys. I'll be back soon.